Good afternoon, fellow Plexers. Today we're going to try to help out Charlie from the Plex Media Server Support Group, which is going to be about structuring for a TV show library and naming. Charlie shared some screenshots last week, and I don't really like his structuring, and I think that may be the root cause of his issues. He's ripped a show called Homicide Life on the Streets from DVD, and certain episodes are being discovered as the 4th season when they should all be the 3rd season. So what I've done is I've mocked up some dummy video files, just tiny ones, just a quick screen capture, all the same file. I've just renamed them as Season 3, Episode 1 through Season 3, Episode 20. And I've got this pulled up DVD order from TVDB, and we won't look while we're recording now, but the aired order for Season 3 is identical to what's listed here. So this is what we should end up with once I have Filebot rename things. But I want to show you something about Filebot first. Filebot has its own default expression to use. And unfortunately, the Filebot GUI is kind of tiny on my Linux desktop. If I hold down the Shift key, I can see their expression. Organize episode for Plex. That's going to move these files and rename them and put them in a directory called Media, capitalized, TV shows with TV and S capitalized. And then it's going to call the series name Homicide space Life on the Street with a TMDB source ID, Season 03, and then it's going to give the episodes just a simple name. But again, it's putting this hyphen in here between Homicide and Life on the Streets. When it's a colon, in both databases, in both TVDB and TMDB. So I'm going to use my own expression. And I can rename this by Airdate, or I can rename it by DVD order, which is going to be the same thing for this season. It doesn't matter which one. If this was the first season, they're out of whack with each other. So you'd want to use your expression for the Airdate. And really, it's the same expression in Filebot. If I edit either of these, it's the same expression I have in here. It's long, you can't see it all. You just change this little dialog from Airdate to DVD. So I've actually entered this custom expression twice and just picked the DVD option for the second one and labeled it appropriately. So this is going to name it Homicide space Life on the Streets, but of course Filebot will ask you about that, and you'll choose to validate the choice to strip that out, and I think that's a better series name than having the hyphen in there. And of course my expression grabs some media characteristics from the file through the help of media info and throws that into brackets, and Plex's TV series naming guide tells us that anything in brackets gets ignored by the Plex scanner. So if we go in here, I'm going to hit rename, and now this is going to create the structure. So this is all the colons that need to be removed, and by validating it, they're gone. I'll hit continue, and if I refresh, well, let me go back up. Let me see, maybe this went in my download directory. Sometimes things get moved around. Or, where did it go? There it is. There's the new folder. So this renamed it Homicide space Life on the Street. It put the year in. If I click in, it's got the Season 3 folder, and then the same file name as the folder, and then everything's proper. Space to separate the season episode code, space to separate the episode name, and then the media characteristics are in the bracket, so they're ignored by the scanner. So let's see how this scans. I'm going to copy, not cut, the whole thing into my DVR folder. And they're all small files, so it shouldn't take that long. So small, they're already there. So let me bring in Plex. All right, so let's make sure I'm on the right server. I'm on my right server. Let me go to Manage Libraries. And we'll find the DVR TV folder. Let me change to library view, and I'll scan the library. So Charlie's issue is the last 2 episodes of season 3 were being discovered as season 4. So this one season just tells us there's only one season of the show, not that it's season 1. So if I click into it, I have season 3. If I click into that, I have all 20 episodes, and this is identified correctly as season 3, episode 20. And all this assumes that the episodes came off the DVD in the ripped order. That's not always the case, but mostly it is. So you may want to open up each episode and watch just enough of it to see if it matches the description at TVDB. Now, TMDB is only aired ordering, so you really want to use TVDB. And my whole library is set up for aired ordering. So a show like this, after it scans it initially, you'll want to go to Edit, go to Advanced, and where is it here? I don't do this too often. Right here, episode ordering. You'd want to change this to the TVDB DVD. But this season is okay because the aired ordering and the DVD ordering are identical. There's Charlie now. So this would be more important for season 1 or any other seasons that were out of sync with each other between the DVD and the aired ordering. But it's got to be a folder structuring issue or a naming issue on Charlie's end, especially if everything is ripped from DVD. If they were, say, found videos, it might have metadata stuck in it, and we'll show that in a second too. So if I open this up with MKV Toolnix, and you can drag an MP4 into MKV Toolnix to do the same thing. If I switch to the output, if you found a video someplace on the internet and you had to rename it and it had a goofy long name, the output might show that original file name. And about the only way to get rid of it is to change a few things and to spit it out of MKV Toolnix again, fixing this. But that's not the case with RIP Media. But it's not a bad idea to change a setting for your TV show library globally. So if we go into Manage Library and edit it, go to Advanced, make sure both of these are unchecked. Use local assets and prefer local metadata. Uncheck those. And that way the Plex scan won't pick up on any internal metadata embedded into the file, and it will just make a match based off how you name. And if you use Filebot the way I do with my custom expression, you'll never have an issue with matching. Now, Filebot's own expression is pretty good too, but just it's always going to name to aired ordering, which makes it pretty useless if you've ripped from a DVD and it's got a different order than the aired ordering, which is why you want to pull ordering from TVDB, DVD. Okay, so I got to get this video on YouTube and send it to Charlie and see what else he's had to say. Thanks for watching. Happy Plexing.